A daughter's birthday wish is a plea to bring her father home. Just hours before she turns 21, Kitty Duterte steps into the legal spotlight, taking her fight to the Supreme Court. But can the highest court in the Philippines intervene while her father is held outside the country, under ICC custody? I'm Becky Wilcox. Stay with us, because what unfolds next could reshape constitutional boundaries and stir emotions across the nation. In a bold and emotional move, Veronica Kitty Duterte, the youngest daughter of former President Rodrigo Duterte, has filed a motion before the Supreme Court asking for oral arguments to be held on the consolidated petitions for a writ of habeas corpus. The 14-page motion, filed on the eve of her birthday, insists that the case involves urgent constitutional questions, including whether the former president's rights have been trampled while being detained by the International Criminal Court. But here's the legal catch. Can the Philippine Supreme Court issue a writ of habeas corpus for someone no longer on Philippine soil? That's the pivotal question Kitty wants answered in open court. Her petition emphasizes that oral arguments would allow the court to examine its own authority and whether international detention can silence constitutional protections back home. It's not just about legality. It's about accountability, sovereignty, and justice. The petition is not hers alone. It joins the efforts of her siblings, Davao City Mayor Sebastian Duterte and Representative Paulo Duterte, both of whom have filed their own habeas corpus petitions. Together, these filings seek one thing: the release of their father and the assertion of his fundamental rights under both Philippine and international law. Away from the courtroom, the Duterte family continues to stand strong. Kitty and her mother, Hanilet Avantena, were recently spotted in The Hague, visiting the former president in the ICC detention facility. And while most 21-year-olds are planning parties or quiet celebrations, Kitty's only wish? To spend a few hours with her father, in a foreign land behind bars but still with love. According to Hanilet, the former president remains composed. He's adjusting to the cold and the walls of detention. But in his heart he is already forgiven. He is leaning on faith, and on the belief that the truth will eventually rise. But time is of the essence. With the April 11th deadline looming for Duterte's defense to submit their official response to the ICC's charges, the legal clock is ticking. What will the Supreme Court decide? Will they step into this unprecedented legal battle? And could a daughter's voice, on the eve of her birthday, sway the course of constitutional history? As Kitty Duterte blows out her candles, she's not just making a wish. She's making a legal stand, and the world is watching. What happens next could redefine the limits of justice, family, and national sovereignty. For more in-depth analysis on this story and others that matter, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Insight News TV. Because here we don't just report the news, we reveal the story behind it.